All right, Dream Vacation, we are now in week 8 where we're going to start our website. Now, you're going to use all of the information and all of the writings that you've done in the past 7 weeks to build this website. So, if you have not finished week 1 through 7, you need to go back and you need to work on whatever is incomplete. So, if you are finished with week 1 through week 7, then you're ready to start your website. So, I'm going to walk you through the process. Each week, we're going to go to a different page and we're going to fill in that page and create your final website. So let's go over to you're in Schoology right now. I want you to click the plus to add a tab. And when you do that, it's going to give you the Google Home page. Now, if you will, look over to the right and you'll see the waffle sitting here full of the Google apps. And you're going to click on it. And then you're going to open up the app that's called Sites. So once you find that, you can click on that. And this is going to open up Google Sites where you're going to build your website. Now you're going to start by going to the template gallery. Here it is right here, and you're going to click on it. And when you do, it's going to give you a lot of options. There's education options, personal options, work options, small business, and so on. So we are looking for one that would work with Google Sites or with Cahaba Tours. So you're looking for something that looks like it might look like traveling. You see one that looks like it fits traveling? Yeah, I do too. So see under work, this team template is a really great template for us to build our Cahaba Tours site. So I'm going to click on team. And then it's going to open up a template. Now this template has pictures and things already in it. And what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to replace those pictures and you're going to replace the text to fit what we need for Cahaba Tours. So the first thing is we're going to change the name because we need to rename it. This is not team. So the site name will be Cahaba Tours. And then you're going to place a colon. And then you're going to type your country, whatever country it was. I'm going to try to remember a country that we did not use. I'm not really sure. I think Italy. I don't think anyone had Italy this time. So I'm going to type in Cahaba Tours, colon, Italy. And then in parentheses, I'm going to type my name. Now I'm going to click off of that. And it has renamed my site. Cahaba Tours, Italy, in parentheses, my first name. Then down here, you'll see that when you hover over something that is changeable, it's going to put like a little blue rectangle around it. So I'm going to rename this because our website is Cahaba Tours. So I need to put that as the title on my website. So I'm going to type Cahaba Tours. Now I have the top of my website completed. Now I'm going to come down and there are parts of the Google Sites is kind of set up in sections. So you see here's a section, and when I hover over the blue, I get some options over here to change some things. I can change the background, I can duplicate it, which means I copy it and paste it, or I can delete it. There are a lot of things on this template that we do not need. So we're going to go through and we're going to delete some things that clutter up our page that we do not need. So I don't need the welcome. So I'm going to go over here to my trash can and I'm going to delete that section. Okay. Now I'm going to, I like that spacing there, so I'm going to leave that. We do not need this part, so I'm going to delete it. I do not need this button, so I'm going to delete it. Okay. And let's see. Let's go on down. I'm going to go ahead and delete this picture. I don't need that. And then this big red section, I'm going to delete that section. Okay. Now, if ever you accidentally delete something that you didn't mean to delete, thank goodness we have this undo button right here. So it's going to undo the last option. Now, don't go crazy with the undo button because you'll end up undoing some things that you want to keep. But if you accidentally make a mistake on here, you do have that backup plan. All right, now see that I have two open sections. I have an open section here and an open section there. I would like to type something in this second open section. So I'm going to click on it, and then that opens up my text box. And this is going to be a title. So see how it says normal text? I'm going to change that to title. And I would like for it to be centered. So I'm going to change the alignment to centered. And then I'm going to type my country name, because I don't have that on the heading of my website. So now I'm going to write Italy, because that is the title of my country right there. Okay. Now I need to change these pictures, because these two pictures do not reflect my country. So I'm going to come over here and change them out. Before we change our pictures, your three little titles are not going to be core value, core value, core value, because that's just a different type of website that we're not completing. You're going to replace them with three different words. So your first word that you're going to type in will be location. So I'm going to type in location here. So if you'll notice, if I click on this, see how it highlights blue all the way around? Well, I don't want to change everything here, right? I just want to change this center word that says core value. So once I click once, it's going to show up the whole thing. It's going to highlight the whole thing. But if I click again next to core value, it's only going to highlight that heading that I want to fix. So see how everything is blue? And then I want to zero in on this part only. So I click a second time right there. So now I'm going to type location here. I want it caps locked. So I'm going to turn on my cap lock, and I'm going to type location. And this one, see, I actually just specifically put my cursor there, and it automatically knew I just wanted just that one. Just make sure that you're careful not to delete stuff that's highlighting everything blue. You're looking for what's highlighted blue, and you're fixing that only thing. All right, and then your middle heading will be language. And your last heading will be landscape. Okay. So in this section, you're going to tell me about the location. On this one, you're telling me about the language. And on this one, you're telling me about the landscape. Okay. So I need to change this picture. So I'm going to click up here. Notice how it highlighted everything blue. So I need to click again just in the picture to change it. Now what I would like to do is I want to replace my picture. So I'm going to click on the three dots, and I would like to replace my image, and I'm going to select an image. So when I do that, it gives me options. I can use my Google Drive, which you don't really have much in there by URL, but I say go to your Google image search, because it's going to be super easy. So see how it said Google Drive by URL, Google image search for photos. I'm going to go here to Google image search. So I'm going to click location. What is my country? Italy. So I'm going to type Italy map. All right, so I want to find a good map for Italy so they get a good idea of what Italy looks like. I like this one. Okay. And so I'm going to insert that one. And then now I've inserted my map. Now you're going to write some more information right here in just a minute, but we're going to go ahead and finish our pictures while we remember how to do it. So I'm going to click over here, and I want to change this picture to reflect language. So I'm going to click a second time in my picture, click the three dots, select image, go to Google image search, and I just want a picture of people talking. So any picture where I have people talking will work. I'm going to insert. Now I have my language picture, and then landscape. I'm going to come in here, and I don't have to do as much on this one, because notice that it has like a frame, a template spot where I can change it. So I do need to click twice there, but this time I'm just going to click on the little picture icon. When I do, it'll say select image, and I go back to my Google image search, And this time, remember, I'm looking for a landscape. So I'm going to type in Italy landscape. And it's going to give me a great picture of Italy, all different types of landscapes to try to entice my travelers to come to Italy. So I like this one. So I'm going to insert that one into my website. So now I have location with a map, language with people talking, and landscape, a picture of Italy's landscape. Now you need to give me a little information below and replace this with some information about the location. So you need to tell me, where is this country located? What are its neighboring countries? What are the neighboring oceans and waterfronts and things like that? So where do you find this information? I mean, we could always Google it, but there's a specific place that we've already gone to that you already have a little experience in that you can find it. And that's within our Dream Vacation. If you go back to your tab that says Dream Vacation Schoology, and you go to week 1, where we looked at our 7 continents. When you open up that website, there was a link. It's kind of hard to find. It's right here, kind of teeny tiny. It says click the link below to research the 7 continents. If you go here to the 7 continent website, this was a great website for us to get some information. So if I scroll down, there's a huge list of different countries that are available to learn about. So I'm going to click on my country, which was Italy. And remember, I'm looking for information about the location. So it says Italy facts. Where is Italy? It's a country in Southern Europe. There I go. It's in Southern Europe. It's located on the peninsula of the Mediterranean Sea. It borders 6 countries. And it tells me how long it takes to get to the capital of Rome. So it takes me 2.5 hours from London, England. It would take me 8 hours from New York, USA. That's some great information for your country, for your clients, right? So take this information. Don't copy and paste it because of copyright infringement rules and things like that. Write it down if you need to. Remember, you can just tab back and forth, guys. Like you can say, okay, it's a country in Southern Europe. It's located on the peninsula. So you can write, it's a country in Southern Europe. It borders blank, 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 blank. And there you go. You've got all of your information. All right, now, language. Well, I might not know what people speak in Italy. I'm going to go tabbing over to my Italy facts. And if I scroll up, it had quick facts. And there was a spot where it said language, and it tells me what they speak. So it says Italian, and then it says minority languages are German, French, and Latin in some regions in northern Italy. So I could put Italian, and I could say they also speak German, French, and Latin. And I could add that in my little paragraph right there. And then landscapes, you can go back to Italy facts, and you can go down to the map, and where it says Italy geography, it'll tell you some things about the geography, that it has lots of coastline, it's popular for its ports and sandy beaches, and there are 2 bigger islands of Sicily and Sardinia. And talks about the Alps, that it has mountains. Any of those things you could use to talk about your landscape. Now, am I asking for a paragraph? No, I am not. I'm asking for 1 or 2 sentences, guys. 1 or 2 sentences under each picture. So you're just giving me, this is just a quick little glance. I'm not researching, I'm just looking, and then I'm going to give 2 little summary sentences about what I just read. All right, so we have our 3 pictures. We have our location, language, and landscapes. And then down here, I'm going to add some information about weather. So you see how I have 1 blank here and another blank there. In this blank, I am going to change normal text to heading, and I would like it centered again. Okay, so I'm going to type weather in that space. Now remember, a long, long time ago, you guys wrote a paragraph. Let's see, what week was it? Yeah, let's see. I think it was week 2. Yep. In week 2, you guys had a little assignment where you were spinning the spinners where you assigned your country, you went to the weather chart, and then you wrote a weather paragraph about your country. All right, well, we're going to use that paragraph. See what I was talking about? All the things that you have been working on, they're going to go on this website. So now I am going to add, see how I've made this little section blue? Now I'm going to go over to this section where it says insert, and I would like to insert something from my drive. So I'm going to go to drive, and then it has a little search. So I'm going to click search, and I'm going to type weather. I'm going to click enter, and then it'll have my paragraph that I finished on weather. Okay, so then I click on that paragraph, the one I want to use, and I click insert. And then the paragraph that I wrote in week 2 is now on my website where everyone can see. Okay, now see how I have like this space, this little tube? I don't know, it's not really pretty. It's kind of too spaced out. I can delete that super easy, guys. Just click that little delete button if I want to. Now, if I wanted to add weather paragraph, I could, but you know what? Your readers are going to know that you're talking about the weather. All right, let's review what we should do on our first page of our website. So you should have renamed it Cahaba Tours, with your country, and then your name in parentheses. Then you should have renamed Cahaba Tours, or you should have renamed team to Cahaba Tours. And then you should have your country at the top. And cleaned off a bunch of stuff. Cleaned off all of that extra that we really didn't need. And then you should have 3 pictures. A location section where you give me 1 or 2 sentences about the location of your country. Remember, you get to use the Facts for Kids website that you have the link to from week 1. And then a language and a landscape section. Then below, you should have added a weather title. This is not a title, I'm sorry, it's a heading, a weather heading, and then you're going to come to this section and you're going to insert from your drive your weather paragraph. All of those things should be on your first page of your website for Cahaba Tours. All right, guys, so that is all from week 8. And once you get finished with all of that, you'll be ready to move on to week 9. Can't wait to see those websites.